time and again and again and again in life, we all want to be loved. At the end of the day, even if I have all my dreams achieved and I'm living this happy life and I'm living in my dream house and I'm driving maybe my dream car and all that, at the end of the day, it always just narrows down to love. Like, we all just want to have this one person, this one man, this one woman, whoever we are choosing to be in a relationship with. We just want to be loved and feel appreciated. Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Miss Fina, and on today's Healing Diaries we are doing 5 positive signs to know that a man is ready for a relationship. 5 positive signs to know that a man is ready for a relationship. And kindly remember to like, share and subscribe. It's your girl Miss Fina. Let's get started. Point, or the first way to know that a guy is serious about or is ready for a healthy relationship is communication. And when I talk about communication, it's just generally to mean the willingness to talk to somebody, the willingness to listen to somebody, the willingness to just listen and learn how somebody wants to be loved. For instance, for communication, this is as simple as this. I always say, when you are dating a man or when you are having a man in your life and he doesn't even send you a simple good morning text, he doesn't even send you a simple I'm checking in on you text, or he doesn't even send you a good evening text, how have you been? That's ain't your man. To be honest, that's not your man. That is somebody else's man. So the first way to know that a man is serious for a healthy relationship, let me just say the communication and willingness to talk in perspective of to just want to learn how you like being loved, how you prefer being loved, how you prefer being communicated to, and really keeping it at par and giving it the effort. And for instance, and also when I talk about communication, I'm talking about points in the relationship where the relationship gets to its kind of rocky side a little bit, or in situations where you have a misunderstanding. How do you guys talk to each other? Do you shout to each other? Do you talk to each other calmly? Like, how are you guys communicating together as a couple to make the relationship better? So the first point I can talk about is communication, the willingness to communicate and to talk to you and to understand you, and the willingness to just want to love you the way you want to be loved, and the same way you also reciprocate, the same way he also wants and prefers to be loved. The first step for any relationship, the first step for anything in this life, I always say, is communication. So if you are in a relationship with a man who is not willing to solve issues when they rise up with you, a man who is not willing to listen to you, a man who is not willing to even check up on you, it's as simple as checking up on you. Let's all stop creating this facade and stories that, oh, he's busy, he told me he's always busy. No, if a man truly loves you, he will check up on you. It's just a simple checkup. It's a simple good morning text. It's a simple how are you doing text. As little as that bare minimum, that really communicates something. But if you're starting out a relationship and there is no communication in it, honestly, that's not a healthy relationship. Another point I would love to talk about is the genuine effort. Just the genuine effort to make themselves a better person, and the genuine effort he just does for you, that he is into you, that he loves you. And when I talk about effort here, let me just talk about how we all loved to be different. We are all different people and we all are always loved differently. So just the genuine effort he puts in to love you and to pour into you how you love to be loved and how you love to be cherished. The genuine effort of just maybe walking along the road and he sees this beautiful handbag and he's like, oh, this one will look pretty with my woman, let me just pick it up. It's the little things, the genuine effort of just thinking, she told me she loves flowers, let me just go and pick her some flowers and chocolate. Like, it's the little things. So this is the second way to know that a man is ready for a healthy relationship. It is always the genuine effort to make themselves a better person. And when I talk about this, is in instances where like for instance, you see a habit. We are all different, we've all been brought up different, we all have dated people different, we all have traumas from our past relationships that we tend to carry into our current relationship. And when I talk about the genuine effort to make themselves a better person, it is here like that through communication you noticed maybe there's a type of way he does things, or there's a certain type of behavior he has that you don't maybe like it, or that you see that it might bring up something bad in the near future coming, and you communicated to him nicely and calmly, not throwing around words, calling each other names, no, and you honestly see him putting in the effort to just do better, to just be a better person. That's it. That's it, ladies. It doesn't have to be hard things. It's always the simple little things that will give you a green light. And then the third point is consistency. The third point is consistency. I think there is no woman who doesn't love a man who is consistent, honestly. Consistency in what essence? Like the way he was wooing you from the first time, talking to you, sending you the good morning text, sending you the good after, like the little things that he was doing from the start. I mean, putting in the effort to communicate to you, to tell you how his day was, like the consistency of how this relationship is flowing. Month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4. Like if the communication was at this par, I don't see why as we continue dating, the communication keeps on dwindling or going down and down. I mean, I think the more you are with somebody, the more the communication should be improving and everything. Let me tell you guys, let me tell you my princesses and my darlings and my queens, everything stems up from communication. So if a guy is not willing to communicate with you, it's going to be so hard for him even to be consistent. So it's as simple as that: consistency in how he talks to you, in how he treats you, in how he just does things, in how he just betters himself to be a better partner for you and all that. And then the fourth point is he listens to you and he wants to do better. That still just narrows us down to communication. He listens to you and he wants to do better. I mean, we are all human. We have I always say nobody is perfect. I am not perfect. My partner is not perfect. The person I'm going to date next in my life is not going to be a perfect partner. But the aspect of just wanting to just listen to you, like just wanting to do better, like the places he's doing wrong, he's willing to correct, or he's willing to be told. And also the way you communicate to the person, naturally, your tone and the way you explain it to him, it just brings up the essence of he is a good listener and he wants to do better. That's the fourth reason. It's just simple little points, ladies, that you have to look out for to have a good relationship. The point is personal accountability. When I talk about personal accountability, I'm talking about his finances, his emotions, his spiritual, just an all-round person, like the things that come up together to make us a whole person. So his personal accountability, let me say, when it comes to emotions, he has this emotion control. Like he doesn't disrespect you, he talks to you with respect, he handles you with respect, he doesn't put hands on you, or he's not this guy that when he gets so mad he's throwing around things and calling names and all that. No. When you want to know a man is ready for a healthy relationship, it is having the personal accountability in about 3/4 of his life part, and also or mostly about the emotional maturity. Dating or having an emotional mature man is the most awesome thing that you will ever wish for in this world. So those are the 5 little ways to know that a man is ready for a healthy relationship. And time and again and again and again in life, we all want to be loved. At the end of the day, even if I have all my dreams achieved and I'm living this happy life and I'm living in my dream house and I'm driving maybe my dream car and all that, at the end of the day, it always just narrows down to love. Like we all just want to have this one person, this one man, this one woman, whoever we are choosing to be in a relationship with. We just want to be loved and feel appreciated and all that. But then, ladies, I don't want you to go outside here getting into toxic relationships just because of the scare of being alone, until you get a man who also wants to be in a healthy relationship, and until you get a man who also wants to work on this, so that we can all create this good environment around us and bring up children in that environment, I would just advise you ladies to take it slow, be okay being alone. I mean, when did the first episode and I thought about how we say about doing better for ourselves, and I just recently I was telling myself this point of, when you're choosing to focus on yourself, to heal yourself, it doesn't mean that you have to heal yourself 100%. No. Any moment you get into a relationship, we always have triggers in those relationships. So at the end of the day, I might have done this self work and I know myself and I know the extent of my anxiety and all that. But when you get into a relationship, just because you are in this comfortable and good environment, it always triggers many more traumas and all the things in the past. So generally, when I just talk about working on yourself, loving yourself, choosing yourself, it doesn't mean that you have to be 100, but no, I want you to get to a point where you are willing to tell yourself, this is not working for me, this man is disrespecting me, this man is doing this and this, and he is not willing to change. So I would rather remove myself in this situation because I know the extent that I can go, and because I love myself and I treasure myself, I am willing to let go this man and go outside there in the world and continue being by myself and knowing that this is the type of love that I deserve. Generally, when you get yourself to a point where you're self-aware, to a point where you love yourself, you also get yourself to a point where you cannot just accept anything. You cannot just accept the bare minimum. Like, you literally know what you need to feed yourself when it comes to love and choosing the men to be in a relationship with. And also another point that I wanted to tell you is that when I talk about choosing yourself and working on yourself and all that, I want you, and people I know people struggle so much with this. So this simple analogy, I want to give you this simple analogy. I want you to take yourself like your child. Like, you see the way we always, when women, we get children, we love them, we give them our all, we treasure them, we don't want this child to be hurt and all this, we give them all the good things in life. So I also want you to take yourself as a child, in that even when you are with his father and the father is toxic, or you realize that this man doesn't want to be in the life of this child, most of the time we tend to tell them, it's okay, well, you go do you, I will choose my daughter and I'm going to do the best to give my daughter the best of life ever. You protect her, you nurture her, you love her, you dress her, you give her good food. That's just the same way you wouldn't allow somebody to joke with your kid, the same way you wouldn't allow somebody to talk to your kid badly, the same way you wouldn't allow somebody to maybe beat up your kid, or the same way you wouldn't allow your child to grow up in this toxic environment and all that, and the same way you wouldn't allow your child to grow in an environment with a drunkard dad or a physical, how do we call it, the domestic violence. It's the same way you should take yourself. Just treat yourself the same way you could treat your child. And when you love yourself to that extent, it's easier to extend our love and our grace to the people that we love and the people that we surround ourselves with. So this is just a short video that I wanted to do for you guys. Point, I've talked about communication. The second point, I've talked about genuine effort. The third point, I have talked about consistency. And the fourth point, I've talked about he listens and he wants to do better. And the fifth and the last point I've talked about is personal accountability that comes with emotional control, emotional maturity, his finances, his physical attribute and all that. So guys, until next time. And also the reason why I am doing these episodes, it's because I don't want you, my darlings, to miss out on good love outside here. We have good men outside here and we have good women outside here. We have women who just yearn to be in this relationship with a person like you. So don't settle for less. Don't settle in a relationship that you feel empty, you don't feel loved, you don't feel treasured. No matter what, come rain, come sunshine, we always have better. We always have better outside here. And if you are in a relationship that is nurturing you, if you are in a healthy relationship, if you are in a relationship that everything is working out, I would kindly just ask you to nurture that relationship, to to make it more healthier. Don't go outside here throwing a good person because you think outside here it's better, or because you think the grass outside is greener, or you think that because nowadays we have like, nowadays we have these dating apps and all that. So dating is just like a buffet, like you just get in and serve what you want. That's okay, but just to know that in the course of this bouquet, in the course of you serving yourself in this buffet, you're going to meet with foods that you don't also like. So if you're in a healthy relationship, if you are in a relationship that is working out great for you, if you guys are doing great, I would kindly advise you to nurture it and let it grow, instead of thinking that outside here we always have better, or instead of telling yourself, if I got this, if I'm in a relationship with such a great woman, then it means there is also greater outside there. No, the more you keep on chasing left, right and center, the more you're going to miss out on a good person, on a person who could have just made your life fulfilling. So always learn that the grass outside there might not be greener if you're in something that is working out. But if you're in a toxic relationship and all that, I would advise you to just choose yourself and get yourself outside that dimension. Until next time, bye bye for sure. You can leave your questions in the comment section as we keep on doing this together, as we keep on figuring this life together, as we keep on keeping ourselves first and choosing ourselves each and every day. Until next time.